Here is the latest for the AMC movie theater stock. I just want to go ahead and start off by saying a big shout out thank you to my Patreon supporters. I really do appreciate it. And a double shout out to RemAG. And also that I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. And I highly encourage you guys to go do your own research. Taking a look at the charts here, we can see that AMC is up 5.62% in the day, closing out at $43.03. And after hours, it is hanging out right around the same range, but closing out on the daily, at least for the first day of this week, on above $43, it's a nice little start for sure. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles in a row that are all green, and we're pushing up close. There was almost a rejection right on this Fibonacci extension at $44.46. If it can manage to break up above that, then I'd be looking at the next major test zone, going to be at the $50 range, real close to around on the next Fibonacci level as well, but also a key psychological point, which would be great if that happens. If this pulls down, we still look like we have support at $35.70. RSI on the daily is starting to get up higher, but we've just had such low volume recently that I'm not really too worried about the RSI. Plus, the numbers, everything else that's going on, it just really suggests that there's so many fake shares that are out there. And this is one of those instances right over here. Where did it go? Not that one. We'll get to that. This right here. Ortex guy here with a special event update. We know the data is fake, but they aren't even trying to hide the corruption. Within 8 minutes, they reported up more returns to minimize FOMO. You do you, but I don't want to hear anyone next week complain that they should have bought last week. Not financial advice. Okay, so this shows that return shares at 11:50 a.m. There were 392.8 thousand, and then 8 minutes later, all of a sudden it went up to 2.42 million, right? So an absolutely parabolic, huge increase, by the way. Let me go ahead and get my webcam put over here, kind of like usual. And so when we go and take a look at that time period, 11:50 to 11:58 a.m., let's just go ahead and go on back here a tad bit. So that would be right about here, okay? So let's go ahead and zoom in on that. We got 11:45. So the price went up about 20 cents here, and then it came back down immediately afterwards. I'm not buying it. I mean, I'm literally not buying it, but I'm also figuratively not buying it. So I do own AMC. Let me clarify that. I am a big supporter of AMC. But with what happened right there, come on, look at the volume. The volume's even really low. There's nothing that stands out in comparison to any of the other stuff that's going on. I don't believe it. This seems very, very suspicious. Moving on, some other things that we got going on. Reportedly, according to Ortex, the AMC short interest rate is 17.34% of the free float. Utilization is 87.83%. A lot of people, myself included, still do not believe this. It was over 20% last week, and there's nothing that's really suggesting heavily that that big of a percentage has covered. And we're just not seeing it being reflected on action that's happened inside of the price. So if you, again, look at this on the daily, sure, we've been having some price increases going up, but there's virtually no volume here. Moving on. 1 million shares available to borrow. So this number has increased. ETF shares available to borrow is at 6.65 million. Again, this just doesn't add up quite right. This doesn't make sense. These numbers keep going up as if people keep returning their shares, but the price isn't going up. What is going on? Borrowed shares, there's a fee of 0.7%. It's been around 0.8, 0.9%, so even the fee to borrow has gone down. Options contracts, we got 140,783 out of the money for this week. And looking at the dark pool data, 2.5 million shares in the dark pool. So that number is going up. Position, $76,170,000. That number has been pulling back down a little bit. Adam Aaron, the CEO for AMC Movie Theaters, says, "Praise be. October movie ticket sale results show cinemas are finally on the rebound. First 2 weeks of October, domestic industry box office grosses are more than $300 million, and the biggest 14-day total since February of 2020, some 20 months ago. So making progress, and they're going to do their earnings report. It's estimated right around November 1st or so, we should be hearing that earnings report. And then this is also pretty cool. Somebody made a Harambe statue, this giant 7-foot tall gorilla, and brought it down to Wall Street. And at Wall Street, there's the famous charging bull. And so this is this was set up right in front of it with a whole bunch of bananas, and pictures were taken. So very, very interesting. And that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. So I do have referral links in the description if you want to get free cryptocurrency or free stock, not financial advice, but it's free money for you guys. Go check it out. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. It definitely helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm, and click the bell icon. I do go live sometimes. And I will see you guys in the next episode.